What is going on YouTube? It's Sankey and I make videos on the stock market. So we're kicking off a fresh brand new week in the stock market, and if you guys have been following the YouTube channel over the weekend, I've given you guys plays to enter this week and the strategy to go with it, as well as over the Patreon I've been giving you guys some additional plays as well. So it should be a fantastic week in the stock market and we are set and ready to go. Now I want to kick this week off by giving you guys some penny stocks. Now I'm going to cover some highly requested penny stocks as well as putting some new penny stocks that you might not be aware of on your radar, right? Because they do have the potential to explode. So without further ado, let's jump into our first play. So first up we have Bionano Genomics. Now this one needs no introduction because I've received a ton of questions from you guys about this play and they've been blowing up recently, right? So if you don't know Bionano Genomics, they develop a product called Sapphire, which allows researchers to accelerate the search for new diagnostics and therapies. So this is pretty game-changing stuff. So they've recently received two catalysts that I want to put on your radar because that's been helping support that strong share price that we've seen. The first is that they've received an extension to be listed on the NASDAQ for 180 days as long as they can keep that share price above $1 for 10 consecutive days. The second is that they've recently been accredited by the College of American Pathologists, right? And their product is now going to be used by Praxis Genomics. This is huge because this marks the first of what could be potentially many customers going forward. So in terms of the strategy of how to play this one going forward, I know a lot of people want to know, should you be buying into this stock right now? You see it blowing up 40-50% each and every day and you want a piece of the action. I always say don't chase the stock. Now that's not to say this stock won't run up to $6, $7, $8 in the very near future, especially if they start winning some more customers, right? Has the potential to run further. But you just want to manage your risk with this one, right? And the way to do that is to use the tools, the investing tools that are available to you. That being said, you can use your trailing stop loss or your stop limit orders, right? This will help you protect your downside as well as your profits. So if you're already in this play and you've made huge profits, let's say there's some volatility coming, you can set your stop limit orders, your trailing stop loss to say, okay, if this stock drops 10%, right, then it's going to cash out and you're going to get your profits. Now you don't have to cash out the entire holding. You can do 50%, you can do 25% if you still think there's longevity in this play, right? But it's a really powerful tool to help you make sure that you come out profitable regardless. And if you are thinking about taking a position for the first time in this play, do consider waiting for a good entry point. You guys know I'm big on buy zones because ultimately it's going to help your returns in the long run, right? You want to limit your downsides and make sure you always come out profitable. Now, with that said, there's a lot of other opportunities in the stock market, so let's jump into the next play. Up on screen we have Ebang Holdings, that's ticker symbol EBON. A couple of weeks ago I introduced you guys to a lot of Bitcoin miners and related companies because I said they're set to continue their momentum if we see that increase in price in Bitcoin and other digital currencies. Now Ebang Holdings, what they do is they manufacture the machines used for Bitcoin mining, right? So they're well positioned for takeoff. Now they come out with some very interesting news and I was discussing this morning with the patrons and they know the strategy, right? They are coming out with their own cryptocurrency exchange. They're testing it at the moment and it's set for launch in Q1 this year. This is huge news. Right now this company is sitting under $1 billion in market cap. This could take this company to a multi-billion-dollar market cap company, right? This is a huge deal. And they're also set to get into mining farms as well as cryptocurrency mining. So they are looking to diversify their business within the whole Bitcoin ecosystem, right? So this is absolutely huge. So I do think there's a lot of potential for this company and I do see this company running up past $10 this year if they're able to execute on all of their business plans. Now I'd say a good entry point is below $7.20. If you can catch the stock below that, do consider loading up because I do think they're in for a fantastic 2021. Similar to Ebang, up on screen is Canaan, ticker symbol CAN. What they do is produce products for Bitcoin mining and blockchain development. Again, I see room for them to run up this year. If you can catch this stock below $6, do consider loading up because I do think, again, they're in for a good 2021. Up on screen, you have Orbital Energy, that's ticker symbol OEG. Now, I like this play because they're an acquisition company. They go out and acquire different businesses in the energy space, right? That's how they drive shareholder value. And they have a gas division, a power division, as well as a solar division. Now, mainly they're involved in installations and construction work, right? Now, I like that their business is picking up momentum, and I just want to put on your radar one piece of news received in the last month. Their power division signed a contract with a utility firm that is set to increase that division's revenues by 30% on an annual basis, right? And that's supposed to come through in the fourth quarter of 2020 and beyond. So this is some good news that we've received in Orbital Energy. There's a lot of other reasons why I like them. Another one is that they have announced a share offering of $10 million, and these proceeds are going to be used to go out and acquire different businesses, either for their gas division, their power division. Now, one hidden gem about this business I want to put on your radar is the size of their backlog, standing at $52 million. This is a large backlog that they've got. Now, the backlog is work that they've received. They just need to deliver upon it. Now, it's growing rapidly from $44 million the quarter before, and this is good signs that they're winning contracts and that they're winning business. They just need to work through that backlog and then be recognized as revenue, and then they're set for 2021. Now, a good entry point for Orbital is 215, so if you can catch the stock under that, do consider loading up, because I do think they have the potential to get up to at least $3 in 2021. Next up, we have American Resources, that's ticker symbol AREC. Now, this is a mining company including rare earths, which are important for fiber optics, lasers, as well as EV. So they're directly involved in some powerful industries right there. And this is a play that is just getting warmed up because they've commenced one of their mines and restarted 4 of their other mines, which is set to generate them a lot of revenue in 2021 and beyond. So right now they do about 30 million in revenue. This is forecasted to jump right up to about 55 to 75 million at the top end in 2021. And if they can achieve these numbers, it's going to propel this business forward, right? Right now, this business has a market cap of around $60 million. And if they do hit those revenue numbers, this is going to shoot right up towards the $100 million mark, bringing that share price nicely along with it. Guys, I like this play under 190. If you can get this under 190, then do consider getting yourself some shares, because as I said, they are just getting warmed up, they're just getting started, and this is the kind of play that you guys want to be entering before any of these catalysts take effect, right? When we start getting announcements that, you know, their mines are at full capacity, working hard and bringing in revenue, this business is going to explode. So put them on your watch list. Next up, we have DPW, again, another acquisition company, very diversified. They're involved in energy, data processing, EV, military, defense, healthcare. They've got a lot of different arms to their business, and I like this. Now, there's one division of DPW that I want to bring to your attention because I'm very excited about it, and that is their power products division called Cool Seats. Now, they've recently entered into the EV charging space, and we know that the EV charging industry is about to explode. Now, this Cool Seeds division have their EV charger called Ace Cool, which works with a number of different cars, including Tesla, right? Now, what they've gone and done is partnered with a fast food franchise to have their EV chargers installed at 3 of their locations. Now, construction is going to kick off in Q1 2021, so we should hear more news about that. And what they're going to do now is they're going to try and roll out their EV chargers at many different franchises, right? And they're looking at California, Canada, and Nevada to start with. And this should all take place in Q1 2021. So again, we should hear some news about that. And all of this has a potential to push that share price up further. What I like about DPW is they're involved in so many different businesses, right? They have so many different subsidiaries, like I said, from energy to EV, military, data processing, that any one of these divisions, any of their subsidiaries, if there's good positive business momentum, could push that share price up, right? So they've got a good chance because they're well spread around many different companies. Now, one of their subsidiaries I know in the healthcare asset is also potentially going for an IPO. So again, that could act as a positive catalyst to the DPW share price. Now, I like this stock under $4. So if you catch them under $4, do consider throwing a little bit of change at DPW. If you've been rocking with the channel, you know what time of the day it is. It's question of the day time. And the question is, what's your strategy once you hit 100% on a penny stock? So guys, what a good question. If you have any questions or comments for me, or companies you want me to look at, leave them down below for me. All right, so up on screen, we have Transport and Logistics Systems, ticker symbol TLSS. And this is a play that I introduced the patrons to last week, and we all jumped in, doing very, very well. See, I'm holding 15,000 shares, up over 50% on this play, and I'm en route to 100%. So as TLS continues this momentum to 100%, I'm constantly monitoring the business, right, to ensure this is a play that I want to stay in. Now, I'm looking at, the industries they're operating in, right? So the e-commerce space, that's growing well. I'm looking at their forecast. Okay, they're set to do fantastic numbers in 2021. I'm looking at any partnerships or contracts they have. Now, they've forged so many new partnerships in that e-commerce delivery space. The management team is solid, no signs of any changes or any disruption there. So I can be confident, okay, this is a play that I'm going to stick it out. And once they get to a $100 mark, then okay, we can assess if we want to load up, build a position, just see where the business is at. So it's all about constantly monitoring the play for their future prospects. Now, it's not always 100% is what we're shooting for. Sometimes it's a quick get in and get out, right? A quick grab, get in, 25%, jump out of there. Get in, 35%, jump out of there. Ultimately, you want to ensure that you're always coming out profitable. Now, equally, a lot of plays can run up well past 100%. If you look at Marathon Patent Group, this is the play that we jumped in way down when it was low single digit numbers. Then Bitcoin exploded, Marathon Patent Group exploded with it, right? And there was still signs of a lot more momentum to come for Bitcoin. So that's why I said to you guys in the video, I'm reinvesting in Marathon Patent Group because I think that return can go from 100% to 200%. And you can see that business is on a positive trajectory, right? So it's all about looking forward and not about the number. Now, again, it's important not to be greedy with the penny stocks because, you can get carried away. But one thing to ensure that you always come out profitable is to set your limit orders on these plays. Once you're in the green on the penny stock, if you're 10% up, 20% up, 15% up, do use the investing tools available to you. Do set that stop limit order because what that's going to do is going to protect your profits. Now, penny stocks can be extremely volatile. We've seen penny stocks run up 50% in a day and more, and equally we've seen penny stocks drop 50% in a day and more. So you don't want to lose your returns just because of that. So, set your mark, okay, if there's volatility, I'm going to say 10% drop. Then if that share price drops 10%, you can cash out, take your profits and go and invest in another play. Like I said, the idea is always to come out profitable. Now, one thing to always keep an eye out for is penny stocks that could end up becoming long-term plays, right? So if you take a NEO, for example, started the year as a low single-digit stock. Now, if you look at them, they're approaching $60. And by the end of the year, they could be $100, right? So this is a very powerful way of creating wealth. So do keep an eye out for those stocks that can graduate right to long-term plays. And now a lot of the penny stocks that are operating in the EV space have the potential. If you take an American battery metals, one that I've presented to you guys, a play that I'm in and a lot of the patrons are in as well, if they hit their targets, they are forecasting, they are working towards generating billions in revenue in a couple of years, right? So this could be a power play going forward. So do keep an eye peeled for those penny stocks that can graduate, right? Because they'll generate you guys a lot of money. So that brings us to the end of the video. Please hit a like, it really helps the channel out. If you're new, do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I post each and every day. Now, I've got a lot of videos coming for you guys because there's a lot of plays that are in their buy zones and I want us to take a position because they're set for a good 2021 and I want us to enjoy that upside. Now, as I always say to you guys, do check into the channel each and every day. Stock market is rapidly moving and you never want to miss a beat. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.